What is going on, bro? Got another video for you guys this morning. So welcome. Got full day. So you know what it is. Back, buys, maybe a little bit of rear delts at the end if I've got some time. Starting off with some lat pull downs and trying to keep the same amount of reps that has been my goal, or has been like my target reps for past couple weeks. Keeping everything a little bit higher because we are in a cut. So means roughly between 8 and 12 reps for just about anything. Maybe certain muscle groups might get as high as 15, like shoulders for sure. Could push those to 15. You know, them rear delts. If I decide to do those could be somewhere between 12 and 15 reps. But for the most part, I'm gonna try and keep everything around 10 or 12. And if I'm absolutely pushing for a set, then I don't want to go any lower than 8. So I've already started, done 2 warm-up sets, started the first working set. Another thing with these, I'm only resting, this movement, probably about 2 minutes in between sets. So it's a short rest. Once I move on to the bicep movements, those will probably be like a minute and a half tops of rest. So we're moving pretty quick through these. That's 2 minutes. We're gonna get this next set. A little bit lighter in weight compared to what I was using, just 3 weeks ago? Maybe even last week. No, last week even. I was still trying to push in weight. This week, definitely dialing things back a bit to be able to hit those higher reps. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get in this last set. That's pretty good. We're lighter weight. Almost kind of weird that it feels as heavy as it does for the reps that I'm doing, because I should be able to do these 8 reps, no problem. And those past 2 sets was even kind of struggling to get to 10. So I'm just gonna have to pay attention to that. Who knows? It might just be an off week for me. Not gonna dwell on it too much. Hopefully next week is better. But we're all finished up here. I'm gonna go ahead and do some T-bar rows. Just finished up the first set, T-bar rows. And another thing that I want to make note of is, because of the reps that I'm trying to maintain, for the most part, all sets are going to be or every exercise, I should say, is going to be going a little bit lighter in an attempt to maintain those higher reps. So, 10 to 12 reps. That's the goal. So as long as I can maintain those reps while moving a moderate amount of weight and still struggling to hit those reps consistently, that is the main goal. So basically, if I've got a weight loaded up, I'm hitting 12 reps with ease, and I could still bust out another 2-3 reps maybe, then I'm adding weight. I want to try and stay, or I guess maximize the amount of weight that I can still move while also maintaining the amount of reps, if that makes sense. It's like this set here, which I'm moving, another thing, I'm moving back to this T-bar row machine because the other one, it just moves too smooth, and I think I lose some, like, even though I was feeling it and it felt really good through the entire movement, because it is so smooth, I feel like I lose a little bit of engagement, whereas this thing is it's just dead weight, so you're just pulling, basically it's all you. So gonna move back over to this thing, and I will say this machine is also very humbling. As you can see, I've only got a single 45 plate. Well, you won't be able to see yet unless you can. I don't know if it's in the frame. But as you can see, there's a 45 pound plate on each side. Whereas that other machine, I could load up, 3 45s, a 25, and then sometimes even a 10. So that right there should tell you the difference in how the machines load the weight. That's probably time, so I'm gonna get into this next set. I know that was only 8 reps, but this is going to be one of the exceptions to those rep numbers that I'm chasing. Whereas as long as I'm hitting 8 with these, because it is such a involved movement, I'm good. As long as I can maintain 8 reps of these. 10 would be even better, but I'm good with 8 for these. Same thing with these, only resting 2 minutes between sets. That's gonna finish up these. Go do some, I think hammer curls are next up. 3 sets of those. 10 to 12 reps, probably about a minute and a half in between. I just finished up set number 2 of hammer curls. First set, and I'm trying to keep within 10 to 12 reps of these. First set with the 45s, hit 12 reps. Though, let me tell you, it was a struggle hitting those last probably 2-3 reps. So this set dropped to the 40s. because I'm only resting a minute and a half here also. Let's drop to the 40s. Same kind of thing. Just barely got 12 reps. So this last set, I'm thinking I'll probably end up with 10. And mind you, like even getting to those 12 reps, that was like damn near to failure. So this last set will probably be, 10 reps or to failure if I try and go for, 11 or 12. We got, see, 5 seconds. Just go ahead and do the next set. That fucking sucked. And I figured that would be 10 reps would probably about be to failure for that last set. So I at least got, stayed within the reps that I wanted to hit, which all my sets just like that would be absolutely ideal. So I got 2 sets of supposed to be single arm rows. I think last week I did like the V bar or the V handle rows, like close grip cable rows. I think for the sake of trying to iron out any deficiencies or imbalances between my left and right lat, I think through the extent, through most of the cut, I'll probably be prioritizing that single arm row over the close grip. So on these, really prioritizing that 12 reps. And if I can, or I guess not my goal, but like my, I guess it is my goal for this movement is I try and keep the path, like the movement path, as low as I possibly can. Really trying to think of keeping my shoulder, or not my shoulder, my elbow as tight to the side of my body as I can, and then just really keeping my arm and the angle of the handle down really low, and almost kind of like dragging across the bottom back and through my elbow. That's the main focus of this movement. Like I said, gonna try and maintain 12 reps. I've already done a set, 12. Only doing 2 sets here, which that's gonna be time there. So I'm gonna get in this next set. Show you what I'm talking about. And those suck too. But another thing you noticed, I wasn't, or I was trying to limit the amount that my body is rocking back as I'm pulling that weight towards me. Like, I want to, on the lowering portion of the movement, the lowering the weight back down, when it's coming back in, I want to lean forward to emphasize as much stretch as I can on the lats. So emphasizing that stretch here at the bottom. But then when I come up, I only want to try and come up to about seated upright while I'm dragging that thing back at the same time. So it's almost like you're contracting, and it's almost like two different contractions at once, because you're contracting like your lower back and, you know, to maintain that arch and strict form in your back, rolling your shoulders back and all of that. But you're also squeezing and pulling back through into that lat at the same time. So yeah, that's all I got for that one. My tip of the day. You're welcome. We're gonna finish up, I think, with some incline curls. Probably not. Actually, I might have time to maybe do 1 or 2 sets of rear delt flies, but I'll probably just go from the curls, do a couple sets of some cable crunches for abs, and then try and get at least 20 minutes today on this treadmill. All right, let's finish up set 1 of dumbbell curls. I was originally going to grab the 40s because I knew that I'd be able to get, usually I can get at least 10 reps with those. But because of how everything else has been going, I decided to drop down to 35s, try and maintain 12 reps, which I was able to hit 12 reps. That was only the first set. Remember, I want to maintain 12 through each set, at least 10 to 12. So I know if I get 12 first set, 12 second set, maybe I get like 10 for the last set. Besides, we're only resting a minute and a half here, which isn't very long. Which, that's time. No, that was a good call, grabbing the 35s to try and maintain those reps. Even though I didn't get 12, 10 is still decent enough. And as long as I can maintain that for the last set, then that's good. That was a It was a good workout. Just gonna rest up for my, short minute and a half rest, and then do this last set. All right, gonna do this last set. Hit a couple quick sets of abs. Then maybe check out the pump. We'll see. I'm not gonna show you guys what I do for abs because I don't really see the point in doing that unless you guys want to see that. Just let me know. Check out the pump real quick, and then get on some cardio. My arms are absolutely cooked after that last set. Let's log this so I don't forget. Go hit some abs real quick, and then I'll see you guys afterwards to check out the pump. So I just finished up hitting abs. 3 sets of 12, about a minute and a half rest between each set. So fairly quick sets. Absolutely brutal though. My core is very, very tight. I wouldn't say fatigue, but it's like definitely noticeable. So you can check out pump real quick, and to be honest, I think the lighting in this spot is even better than the light that they've got overhead, the posing mirror. Let's go ahead, check this out real quick, see if I can get this shirt off over my hat. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Make sure I, put this thing, flip it back right side out so I can put it back on with no issues. Actually, let's try this way. Probably can't see the bag all that well. Sorry, I'm just kind of messing around with some poses real quick, trying to figure out which side feels more comfortable to me. Check out the back real quick, and then I gotta go and do some cardio. Forward just a little bit. I hope that looked good. If not, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. As always, guys, if you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.